Semifinal number 1.
Honestly, the funny thing is,
versus Florida.
when I'm playing Osu, it doesn't pick up my keyboard tapping on my mic, so I wonder if I could genuinely like stream the other match and like play at the same time. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We don't have tie-bye tonight.
Oh. Everybody on stream knows that now. Well, there's nobody watching yet, so it's fine.
Alright. Well, yeah. That's a little fun fact for you.
Don't
go looking.
First thigh purchase.
Barbecue.
At 11 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
What the?
Actually, at midnight.
That's a late ass fucking.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting. Just like Fiery Ridge saying he wants me to die.
Yo, I made a new command in chat. It's called !Vaxe. 100% unironically. !Vaxe in chat.
South California. Oh my god, I remember that from last week.
Deadass made a freaking command so that whenever people say anything about Vaxe, I can just say !Vaxe in chat.
The command that nobody knew we needed, but we all wanted.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, but
Thank you, Spaghetti Cat.
that's later, because first off, we've got to have Virginia versus Florida.
I don't actually know who wins this at this point.
I think Florida gets like USC buff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They have Boggles. I think that's it.
Boggle speed?
Boggle speed?
Unironically though, they're pretty good. They've got Cappy too, and that Exarch beat Fiery Rage today in NAT, so like he's got some momentum riding.
So they're all kind of flying high right now in Florida, I guess. But Virginia has kind of showed up. I expect this match to be like of a similar excitement level to like Massachusetts, Colorado, where it's like 8th and 9th seed, 2nd and 3rd seed. It kind of just flows. But the players on each of these respective teams, I think Florida has, even though they are a lower BWS seeded team, I think they have the better overall players. I think Virginia has players that have a chance of skill capping a little bit more with like Sergeant R. I don't think Kron or Sergeant R skill cap yet. I think they still have a couple, they have at least another week, but definitely I think they're running with a little bit less of a solid lineup for every single map than Florida, just, especially with like Digital Hypno and Exarch and Cappy and players like that can basically fill any map that they need to.
Yeah, that was, and I don't know, like Virginia's skill cap is
high.
It's like really high if you look only at the players who are really good on that team. Like if you look at like Tony and Ed and Rectagon have like really high skill cap. But then like they've got Kron and Sergeant R who were like, I don't know what their skill cap is.
Yeah, basically. Then one tabby's just there.
We are getting into Coconut Mall, so we're gonna go watch Coconut Mall because I love Coconut Mall.
I think the last time we saw this was New Jersey's first match.
I love. We saw this last week. It's Florida picks it as their own for every match. So the match that they played last week, we would have seen it.
Oh, okay. It must have been Florida versus New Jersey then. That's probably what I was thinking of.
Florida versus
round of 16.
New York in
round of 16.
Florida versus Stateless. Excuse me, in quarterfinals, and they played.
Yep. Yeah. So. All good there. Everyone's having trouble loading into the map because Bancho, but it looks like it's finally getting started as Cappy lags out of the match.
Yep.
As the only one not here.
Maybe he'll make it in. We'll get to watch Cappy like by himself because tournament client.
Cappy solo.
That's another player who advanced in NAT today, but he didn't even have a match because Spev no-showed.
Unfortunate.
So Exarch and Cappy and Skill actually. Skill won in NAT today as well. He beat Jonah 6-0 because Jonah hurt his hand.
Yay, Skill.
Good job, Skill.
Good
Proud of you.
job.
Skill Inc.
Skill.
The second fastest score poster in the West.
Yes. So now
And
we have Cappy.
the foremost authority on Aerogay OPs.
Oh, of course, dude.
That's
That's
skill,
all
dude.
about. That's skill. Oh, Cappy show is over.
All right.
Unfortunate.
it was fun while it lasted.
No audio Cappy show.
Audio is overrated. I play 0% music, 100% hit sounds.
I like unironically played 0% music on a tournament match once, and I actually did decent.
Was the song really bad, or?
It was a very bad song. In my subjective sense, I guess. Maybe some people. I don't
know. What was the song? Do you remember?
That's why I'm trying to remember right now. I feel like I'm just gonna leave this context now, and nobody's gonna know what I was talking about. What? Digital Hypno and Cappy both have seeing Coconut Mall.
They've played this enough times by now.
Yeah, basically. Exarch is just having a great time. Cappy finally misses.
He's gonna just go ahead and FC. I wonder how many scores he has on this in his locals, actually.
I actually would love to see a screenshot of like his local scores.
It's like this and right? He's probably got ridiculous number. Also, what's the Mambo Craze? Because he has Mambo Craze as a channel points reward.
Oh,
so
wow.
if you have like whatever number it is, you can get 1 Mambo Craze play.
That's amazing. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Habib is nothing if not very serious about his channel rewards, you know?
Of course. The professional environment only.
Of course, Habib is the madman who actually put Coconut Mall in a map pool.
You know what? I'm the madman that put Jerrite in the pool, so...
Wait, you put Jerrite in a pool?
Yeah, Gaucho Cup.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must have been Gaucho Cup.
No mod too.
Is that... I mean, I guess.
It's pretty stamina intensive.
It's more stamina than stream, because they're like burst finger control kind of thing, more so than just like death streams, but that would be funny as hell.
It definitely is the cuts, but it's still working. Virginia is maybe gonna pick a warm-up.
Yeah, I don't know who they gave host. I mean, they probably would have given it to Tony, and then Tony appears to have left, so I'm not really sure. Not really sure what's going on.
Maybe Edward Osu will pick a map.
Edward Ling. Young Ling
Osu.
Just hope they pick something good.
All the homies hate Virginia. Okay. Oh,
hey.
Max 360?
Oh.
Let's go. This is, Oh. This is it. Form uploading incorrectly for once. Hello?
They already had it.
Maybe. Well, we'll take what we get, I guess.
I'm trying to turn it down, but like the Aspire thing takes up literally the entire bottom of the tournament client. So I can't click into the window. Okay, maybe I can click like up here. Okay, we did it.
Barely, yeah, there you go.
Anywhere you click that's below the button, it just gives you the Aspire thing. Jeez. Trying some new audio stuff this week because I noticed watching some VODs that the music seemed a little quiet, so turned up music. Hopefully the balance will be a little bit better. It sounds absurdly loud to me, but I don't know what it sounds like to the end user.
Shout out to the match not even starting yet, and we're at what, 195 viewers?
Oh, this is Pog. What sucks is that we're gonna have to take the stream down between matches because there's like, well, unless this goes really slowly, there's like 45 minutes to an hour. Also of note, did make some changes to the skin on stream. As you can see, different mod icons, different numbers for the score, and different e-input overlay. Hopefully make those items a little bit more visible to everybody.
Bolded, if you will.
Yeah, the font is basically just bold, and the icons, as you can tell, are just laser mod icons, but I think they look a lot more clean and visually intuitive.
Clean and simple, the way it should be. a lot of players having trouble on this warm-up, basically except for Ed.
This is an Ed map. Also, when did Ed become a hidden player?
I think he actually carried hidden, and I don't remember what tournament it was, but there was it might have been. I don't think it was Toho tournament. It was something.
I was gonna say Toho tournament.
Hidden player.
What else did he play? What else has he been playing in? Did he play OTST? Maybe Dios.
Maybe. Yeah. But I think he was like the resident hidden player for a lot of the free mods on his team. And now it is now it's Habib taking the show on this one.
Yeah, Habib's got a quality guy.
Oh, never mind.
Spoke too soon.
It was a cool combo. But now Young Ling will be taking it back.
Oh, and he hit that 1/3 pattern. What gamer.
BTMC, the hidden stream player.
I mean, he's always been a stream player, but...
Yeah, the hidden's a new one. The streams are still there.
Imagine having flow aim that good, though. I wish I had flow aim
really.
that good.
He must be a mouse player. No.
At these?
At these.
Mouse players flow stream aim?
Mouse players flow aim is like it. Haven't you ever seen the Canadian legend Fun Orange?
Fun
flow
Orange?
Aim?
Flow
Flow aim? Let's go. So that's the last warm up there. It's going to be first pick to what? Florida for Bay?
I don't think they rolled
Oh,
yet.
I
think
they were,
I think they
saw,
just gave host and didn't base it on anything for the warm up, so we didn't.
I saw rolls from at least Habib earlier, so I assumed they were rolling, but I guess they both didn't.
They're waiting on somebody to roll for Virginia.
19 to 65 for Tony.
All right, so Virginia will get first man's second pick. Florida, well, the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll make good use of it, as we get a whole bunch of pause champs. That's really not very helpful, guys. So this is going to be the first match we've seen played on this pool, of course. Semifinals pool starting out here. I think
that's
really decently well balanced pool. Length is a little iffy IMHO, but I'm a fan of short maps, so like, you know, my opinion doesn't matter.
Was it the average length is just above 3 minutes, so
the average length went up like 10 seconds this week or something from last week.
Yeah, it definitely went up just a little bit, but we have a lot more consistency maps this week, actually, or at least mechanics maps, I feel like, especially like across the mods.
Yeah, got 4-minute maps in hidden and hard rock and free mod, and near 3-minute maps in DT, so a lot of consistency this week.
A lot of consistency. Hidden is actually one of the longer mods in here, that like almost 3 minutes and what, 40 seconds average.
There's like 11 minutes of hidden and there's only 3 maps.
Yeah. So good.
But King of Lions is a banger, so it's fine.
It really is. It's going to be a good pick for a lot of teams this weekend because it's a very unconventional thing to see in Hidden. A map like that, at least in my opinion, you don't see it too often, that there's a speed aim map in Hidden, especially at the AR. I'm pretty sure it's like AR 9.5, which is very, very comfortable for most players on Hidden.
Yeah, it is indeed 9.5. All right, well, I don't know. I hope we see it just because I think it's a cool map and a cool song.
You'll see it tonight at the very least.
Yeah, unless it gets banned.
Nope.
You don't think?
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
All right. There's like, I think, a really wide variety of skill sets represented here for sure. You've got alt stuff, speed aim stuff. You've got like whatever the hell wake up while sleeping is. Slider aim, I guess.
Slider aim, RNG pattern.
RNG slider aim. Okay, Nomad 1, Nomad 3 quickly banned after Virginia finally gets their first ban out of the way.
Very unsurprising, the Nomad 3 ban. Especially against Virginia. with BTMC fairly proficient in tech, and with players like One Tabby to back him up, it's definitely a shoe-in for Virginia on a map like that. Even though I'm pretty sure Labyrinth of Darkness is a very good map for our friend Digital Hypno over here. Maybe he is one of the few players on their team that is really confident, and they don't want to base it off of, you know, one player, which is rightful given Virginia's lineup, or at least potential lineup on it.
I don't actually know who the rest of Florida's lineup would be if they were to play that map. I guess it would probably be like Khabib, Cappy, Exarch?
There would be a chance that it's probably Khabib, Fleslin, and Cappy. I don't think Fleslin would be counted out for Labyrinth of Darkness just because of the way that the aim falls. Might be more his style. I don't know. Fleslin definitely takes more to like the Boggle side of their lineup with the speed. But
Fleslin's aim is ridiculous as well, though. Like he has like just his raw aim, which makes me understand, I guess, why Virginia would ban Nomad 1.
Definitely, and Hard Rock 3 as well. They're going to be banning the
circle size small.
Circle size small denied.
Denied has been denied, you could say. Sorry.
You know what? It's better than the stateless unexpected jokes. I'll take it.
True. Humanly, last ban from the state of Florida.
So a lot of the alternating awkward aim maps being banned by Florida today. So they're gonna definitely be looking more towards mechanics, it seems.
So do we just see Hard Rock 1 first pick?
Imagine.
Fleslin, Skill, Habib come in.
Yeah.
Hard Rock 1. Actually, I don't know if Florida. I don't know how badly they want to pick raw aim against Virginia, but
maybe maybe a DT2.
Wait, for later reference, do we get to choose to pick first or ban first?
No.
Forum post.gif.
Forum post.gif, but in short, no.
How so like this is the semifinals, which means they've played at least 2 matches, right? They played round of 16, they played quarterfinals, and apparently they still don't know the rules.
You know what? Not everyone is as proficient in remembering something for 5 days at a time.
Yep, fair.
But Fremont 3 is the first pick, so Night of Nights.
So Florida going non-mechanics maps.
Very non-mechanics.
Going low AR.
The mod
circle big.
Combinations. But we're going to be seeing probably quite a few hard rocks on this map.
Yeah, I can see both teams overmodding this, and then you just have whoever your low AR specialist is for the hidden tank. Well, Florida has Habib, and Habib will do fine on hidden, I'm pretty sure.
Habib is definitely going to be their hidden player. I don't see any reason that anyone else should.
Exarch Boggles could legitimately both hard rock this.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had Fleslin come into Hard Rock.
I don't know if he's good at this sort of stuff, though. I feel like he's more of a modern map player than like a 2010 map player.
Maybe like the aim control style of this doesn't fall as much. Yeah.
Virginia with Tony, Rectagon,
and
Chrono 5.
So
Tony hidden, Rectagon hard rock. Kron can either go Nomad or hidden, or even I don't know if he plays easy, but if he plays easy, he could be an easy.
I don't know if Kron would have practiced the pool enough to make easy viable, so I'm assuming it's going to be a definitive hard rock, I think, in my mind, for Rectagon at least. Tony is probably their best bet for a hidden FC, and Virginia may just not overmod this. Like, I think there's a very high chance that we just see Virginia kind of relaxing on this one, especially with it being Florida's pick. But into the map, we'll definitely see. So, good set of mod combinations. It looks like Virginia will be overmodding at the very least.
Well, they're going double hidden for their overmod, though. That's really wacky.
Honestly, I can see it, especially having Tony on your team. He's always gonna have gone hidden just because it's Tony. Kron definitely falls into the hidden category more than hard rock. Rectagon really struggling on the act at the beginning here.
Yeah, Hard Rock on this is, I think, much more about combo than it is about FCing. Though, do you see the early break from Kron? Boy, that cursor movement from him is really satisfying to watch, though.
Yeah, the flow.
And as expected, Habib looking very comfortable on this.
Definitely a map that I would expect him to be able to rock out with hidden.
Kron with another break. Yeah, this is a very logical pick here for Florida. I think the roster is able to make very good use of free mod, especially in maps like this.
Definitely, and with Exarch being their only break thus far still, and still maintaining one of the highest accuracies in the lobby, they're certainly in a fantastic position.
And Boggles, though, will find a break. That'll make things a little closer, and Virginia should actually probably take the lead here.
Yeah, this is going to be close for a little bit here. Boggles with the no mod combo gone as well. Unfortunately, that was going to, I'm assuming, be their safe combo for a little while. And now that that's gone, they're going to have to find a way to stick in this unless Virginia finds a big break on either Rectagon or Tony. This is going to like very heavily stick on their side though.
Yeah, Florida needs to have either Rectagon or Tony break like ASAP as we're already halfway through, and the lead is just going to kind of continue to grow here a bit.
Not much you can really do about this, honestly. Rectagon's Hard Rock score right now, insanely impressive still holding this. Even with that accuracy. And
Kron has really gotten
Tony
back together. Okay, you're like a couple seconds ahead, so we're
darn.
slightly behind on that. But yeah, Tony does. So that was the break that Florida needed to have happen. We'll see if they've got enough combo to make this lead back up.
Definitely. Exarch still recovered completely from that beginning break, and Habib's still on the FC. He's going up against Rectagon right now, though. Kron has started to build up a little bit of a combo, so it is going to flicker back and forth. But I think it's going to ultimately end up on Florida on the basis of what I'm going to call luck that Tony broke.
I don't know if luck is a fair way of saying it, but, you know.
I mean, with Tony on a map like this, I don't think many people would disagree with me that I'd say it's luck that he broke, because this is like arguably a Tony map as much as this is a Habib map, and with, you know, Chronos.
Oh, double weight break. That's
Tony.
that. Well, Tony with another break and Kron with another break, and that just kind of that just shut us right up because that was that.
Yeah. Yeah, that went well back to Florida by the end of that map, even with how far ahead Virginia was for the majority of the mid-section of that map there. Florida just more consistent all around.
Oh, you had Habib matching the FC from Mr. Rectagon. Exarch just coming up big with that huge combo, and Boggles doing pretty well for himself, just one break.
Yeah, Exarch, unfortunately, with that miss, would have had genuinely one of the most impressive accuracies I've seen on this in a while with Hard Rock. That is very good from him. Regardless of that, and Habib outdoing himself with the accuracy and the combo on hidden. Dropped those 300s. He almost misread a section, actually, and he recovered very well from it. So great plays all around from Florida. Virginia, good plays. Unfortunately, two very badly timed breaks from Tony and Kron, just kind of letting that go back to Florida.
But, you know, when you can make that good of an appearance on your opponent's first pick, you're not going to feel too terrible. Because you're like, okay, you know, that was their first pick. That was the map they're going to feel comfortable with. And now we get a map of our own that we're going to feel comfortable with. So you can take some good away from that if you're Virginia and come up with a solid pick here for yourselves that is potentially something that they're a little less comfortable with, which I don't really know what necessarily to expect out of Virginia for their picks. You know, you would kind of immediately maybe think a little bit about speed stuff or stream stuff, given who's on that team. We've got Rectagon, you've got Beast that'll be really strong on like your No Mud 2s and such. But Florida hasn't looked bad on those either over the course of this tournament so far.
They really haven't. Florida definitely one of the teams, like, you know, unexpectedly to be just about as feared on DT maps as states like SoCal at this point. They've outdone themselves on most of the DT picks against them thus far, and with the lineup on Virginia and, you know, the diversification of like skill sets across every single one of their players, I do agree it's very, very hard to kind of predict what Virginia's going to come out with, because I feel like it's really going to be about what kind of day some of these players are having. Because, I mean, we see, like, you know, they have Rectagon and Beast Troll with Hard Rock, and then they got some DT on Tony and Ed as well again, and then one Tabby's good at the finger control along with Crone and the reading. Like, they have a little bit of everything, but they don't really have one specific thing. But it looks like Hidden 3 is going to be solid for them. They are going to go for the reading map.
Yeah, so they do have low AR Hidden, which we would have said not all that long ago was like a big weakness for Ed, and here he is coming in immediately for it. So it really goes to show how well he's expanded his skill sets, trying to improve as a tournament player and increase his versatility. You're going to see him and Tony. Plus somebody.
Ed has very much shown up lately in almost all tournaments, and especially, you know, given he used to be a little bit more singled out because he didn't play a lot of tournaments, but now that he's gone into, you know, a little bit more, he has become probably one of the better, like, fill players for team tournaments at this point. And, you know, with that proficiency and AR8 Hidden kind of coming up, he's really making a name for himself, just being able to play so many things.
It's a super valuable thing to have. Thoughts on Rectagon AR8 Hidden, though? I don't know about that one.
I was actually going to comment on that. I was double checking the name to actually see if that was one Tabby actually subbed in and not Rectagon, because that would be more expected.
I'm surprised you wouldn't keep Cronin for this. I feel like that would have been the play here, but also seeing Fleslin coming in for Florida, which, again, I don't know that I would have expected that either, but I guess I don't really know who Florida's third for a map like this would be to begin with.
I guess, yeah, and Florida may not have all their players today as well, but I don't think I've seen every single one of them.
No, I think we...
Have we?
Well, we saw Habib, Cappy, Exarch. Skill is around. I know he had a match earlier in NAT. I'm pretty sure I mean, Florida's getting hit by that tropical storm, so unless somebody unexpectedly loses power or something, that would be the only reason I could see for them not being here.
I don't know. Having Fleslin in for this, though, is arguably just about as interesting as having Rectagon in, like, I think Fleslin mentioned it earlier, but this is Florida running it down mid.
Yeah, and he wrote int in smoke right at the beginning there, so that should tell you what you need. But the early break does come from Rectagon first, so maybe things won't be any better for Virginia, as Fleslin is going to match him immediately. This could be a little bit of a fiesta from those two.
This is going to be quite the show from this, you know. BTMC, though, looking to show up and do some work for his team on this.
Yeah, this, I almost, like, I don't want to be rude to Fleslin and Rectagon, you know, maybe they'll turn up, but, like, this is kind of a 2v2 map with Exarch and Habib versus Tony and Ed. But it could prove me wrong, you know. I'd love to see Fleslin and Rectagon do well in this, get a nice evenly matched map between these two teams.
It'll be satisfying. It really is going to be about who breaks first right now, though. Rectagon's early break is going to give a little bit of a score lead to Florida, but it is going to flicker based on the accuracy and given how early Rectagon's break was.
Well, Fleslin did break after him, so actually Rectagon has about a 30 combo lead over Fleslin. So that's yeah, it's gonna be a very small lead over to Virginia because of that. And then, like you said, the accuracy difference with, well, and there's Exarch breaking. That's gonna be more of an impact than anything else that I could have said.
Definitely, especially with Tony and BTMC still holding. Ooh, there goes Fleslin as well.
Yeah, so this one's gonna go pretty heavily over to Virginia now. Florida again in the position of just kind of hoping for breaks, but this is not their strongest suit. They've got, you know, Habib, who's really good at it, Exarch, who's passable, and then they didn't, I don't think, have probably a great choice for a third on this, so not a map they would necessarily expect to be super close or to have a chance of winning.
Well, I mean, they did get their first pick, so the match is still going back and forth, and as long as they don't let this slip away too far from them, trading picks back and forth is certainly something that you could expect from a match like this.
And there's another break from Fleslin, a little slider break. I think, assuming it wasn't Bancho, I got a little Bancho lag right after. Yeah, this is gonna be
kind of a wash, unfortunately, for Florida with those breaks right before the midsection of the map here. And with basically 3 FCs still for Virginia, this is really gonna stick to them.
Interestingly, Rectagon, despite the early break, has the best accuracy on Virginia. Second best accuracy of anyone behind Habib.
Yeah, so maybe he just had to find his comfortability in the middle of this, I guess.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it was, like we said, it was a super early break. It was about the first 40 combo. Oh, what? Just, what? Is there time for that to matter? I don't know if there's time for that to matter.
There may be. It's only about a 400,000 score difference, and Habib is going to make that up completely by the end of this map as long as he FCs. So it's actually on Rectagon. It's actually all on Rectagon right now. Oof. Exarch breaking is certainly not going to help them, but if either Rectagon or Habib breaks, this could actually go back to Florida if we see a break soon.
Yeah, Fleslin broke as well. I think it's not going to have a chance for Florida anymore.
Especially with those hundreds that Fleslin got on that stream as well. The accuracy drop is going to lose so much more score than the break alone. And Rectagon really bringing him into the finish here despite that early break that you mentioned.
One thing that we're not pointing out really enough is Fleslin really dragging Florida down with his accuracy. 93%. Like, no matter what combo he got, that's not going to be a fantastic score. The combo breaks just kind of added to it. So it was a good performance there from Virginia. About a 400,000 point victory on their own first pick.
Great for them. I don't think we focused enough on actually Rectagon missing like the last note.
Yeah,
of the
he
map
missed
there.
Right at the end.
But Habib with that 99.29, insanely impressive.
That's very good accuracy play from him.
Like, you know, everyone kind of knows Digital Hypno as like that tournament player, the one that's gonna, you know, drag you through the maps if you really need him to, and he's just showing that to us continuously in this match right now.
Yeah, that has been
the case in this tournament.
That's been the history of Florida USC. You know, when I've commented on Florida in the past, like in 2018 or 2019, really, I think 2018 was the biggest example. The phrase I remember using was Digital Hypno drags Florida kicking and screaming to the grand final, because no matter what they tried to do to end him, he just was like, no, we are winning this match. I don't care. And they made it all the way to the grand finals. That's just what he does in USC. I swear he gets hard buffed.
It does, dude. It's the Florida buff. Like, Florida unironically gets a harder buff than Texas.
I wonder if Ohio gets a buff. Ohio's gonna need to pray for a buff in their match later on.
Yeah, really. Shout out to exclamation mark backsay. Try it out. You won't regret it.
Try it for yourself.
Shout out to the 370 viewers.
Yo, let's go.
We'll try it.
Ed must have like shouted out the stream or something, I wonder.
Who knows?
A lot of viewers. So we do have the pick in from Florida. It is going to be Hard Rock 1, as we had, I think, kind of lightly alluded to earlier, that you know, Nomad 1 banned. Hard Rock 1 is kind of the next option for that big aim Nomad 1 style map, just with slightly smaller circles and, you know, tighter hit window.
Basically, Hard Rock 1 essentially as vanilla as you can get from this pool, especially with Nomad 1 being banned.
Yeah, so this one, Townsend Kankaku Dreamer, of course, is the Nevo diff. Well, I don't often see Nevo maps in pools, but he does do a pretty good job of mapping very clean Nomad 1 styled stuff. This one, 6.65 stars, so definitely up there. Another pretty long one. We're getting some long maps already in this with, our first 3 maps are going to total like 11 minutes. with this 408, 190 BPM. So super comfy in terms of BPM, but it's just going to be about the aim on this one.
Yeah, both of these teams really looking for the long consistency and the big breaks here, and I'm not surprised given the lineups. But, you know, I don't know if anyone is thinking in the same mindset as I am, but this is probably one of the more RNG maps that Florida could have picked here, unless they are very, very confident that they can either three-way FC or almost three-way FC. Picking this into a lineup of Ed, Tony, and Rectagon, a Hard Rock 1 map, definitely seems like something I would have waited to do until later in the match.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there because, you know, like we said before when we were talking about the lineups before the match, you know, you're going to see Fleslin and Skill in for this. This is their type of map. Habib's going to play every single map that gets played, but, you know, that's putting a lot of reliance on two of your players who are not known for their tournament prowess necessarily. You know, we talk about the Florida buff all we want, but this is Fleslin's first appearance in USC is this year. Skill plays not a ton of tournaments, but, you know, so it's guys who don't maybe have the kind of name factor of like an Exarch where you're like, okay, they're a comfortable player here. But if Florida picked this, I would have to assume they're confident in it. They know how good Fleslin's aim is. They know how good Skill's aim is. They know they can trust Habib. So it's more of a confidence pick than a counter pick, I suppose, in this particular case.
Yeah, I definitely think Fleslin is a player that is going to be kind of slept on in this because of his, you know, negligence of tournaments in the past, or rather just not playing a lot of them. But Fleslin has definitely showed up in a lot of plays lately and a lot of good scores from him coming out. So I expect him to be one of the better players for Florida on a map like this. He is certainly someone that I would expect to do well on a standard aim map such as this. The AR is not too difficult. Circle size is very comfortable if you can play normal Hard Rock maps. So this is essentially just going to be a consistency battle, I feel like. And for the first time ever in this match, I genuinely feel like Skill is going to be one of the players that might not do amazing. And actually, as I say that, Skill breaks along with Rectagon.
So the break trade there, we're going to go 2v2 mode. Those two dead even, Tony, Ed against Fleslin and Habib, all pretty similar. Fleslin still holding the SS through the first key eye there, which is pretty impressive considering OD10.
Yeah, very difficult. Rectagon actually going to be scoring a decent amount over Skill right now. Even with his break being first, that accuracy deficit for Skill is huge.
Yeah, you did see, I mean, Skill fell off a stream and missed multiple times on it. Rectagon missed just, I think, a note afterward, a single note, that is. So Skill lost a lot of accuracy with the multiple misses.
Some very early breaks from both of these teams as well. I can't actually say I was expecting 2 breaks in the first key eye, especially with the lineup on both of these teams. And you know, if I'm being perfectly honest, with his recent performance, I can't say I would have expected Rectagon to miss first.
Yeah, the way he's been playing just in tournaments in general, and in solo for that matter, I mean, you kind of just expect the guy to be like a human replay editor.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's going to be the only one to break for Virginia. It is going to keep the lead towards them literally on accuracy alone. It is actually an accuracy lead for Virginia by the slightest of amounts, and it's literally just on Skill versus Rectagon, basically. As long as BTMC and Tony continue holding, even though their accuracies on average are lower than Fleslin and Habib's, it's going to stay towards them on the one player that's broken. Fleslin dropping a little bit of accuracy, actually.
He still does have the best accuracy. Well, tied accuracy. Oh, but there's the break from Fleslin. That's going to be... That might be map ending, actually, because Tony and Ed both held.
Yeah, that was not good for them. Fleslin seeming to over-aim that one stream. He might have gotten a little bit of nervous and shook just a slight bit and kind of offset his aim enough for him to break, but it's quite literally just on Habib still FCing, but he's going up against Tony and Ed both with almost 99% accuracy, both higher than his, and with Rectagon with, you know, just barely below them at the highest accuracy on their team. Virginia has one of the most solid lineups on this map that they probably could have set up, and I think we mentioned it before the map, but this was definitely not a pick that Florida should have gone for this early in the match, especially with how Virginia has a lineup for on, you know, these Hard Rock maps. Even with Tony missing at the ending, it means absolutely nothing. He's still going to get over 1 million score.
And that was, well, 2 S ranks and a 1 miss. That was as good a performance as you're going to see on that map in all likelihood. Great point. Great point, Virginia. I could see this being in like an Ohio or a Texas pick to try to challenge that score, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, definitely. This was just something that Virginia was going to lock in on a consistency Hard Rock map with their lineup. I can't actually pick too many more teams in this tournament that have the Hard Rock lineup that Virginia does, with the exception of obviously SoCal.
SoCal is just that team where you're always saying, well, they're the exception because they're just so freaking strong in literally every single skill set, with having, you know, 2 of the strongest tournament players in the world, 3 really of the strongest tournament players in the world.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big break point here early on. Virginia to try to roll with some momentum here into their own second pick. I think they've still got a lot of map pool available to them to find something that's going to be comfortable to try and consolidate that into a 3-1 lead.
So with the exception of Digital Hypno right now, Florida has actually jettisoned their entire lineup for Virginia's pick here in anticipation. And the question is still, will we see Cappy for a map?
You know, considering his performance last week, I'm surprised that they're not, like, picking around him, assuming he is here. That would be a player that I would want to have in. He fairly well just stomped on Stateless, like, by himself. He played insanely well that match, but we're going to see a Virginia hidden 2 pick here that I think will continue potentially to keep Cappy out when we go to proof of the existence.
I wonder if Virginia is just going to work their way up this hidden lineup. I'm not sure if hidden 1 is going to be as good for them as, you know, HD3 was the AR8 reading map, and HD2 definitely falls more on, like, the finger control-ish. So they're definitely picking more, unconventional maps, but Cappy will be coming in.
So we'll see if all the hype around Cappy can come to fruition here. Virginia just looking like they have a comfy lobby here. I mean, what else do you need besides Tony, Rectagon, and Ed? Like, that's just going to be a solid roster for pretty much anything these days. This is a tricky little pick, though. This is a little bit different than what we've been seeing.
It's unlike most of the other maps that we've seen thus far. Everything we've seen has either been, you know, long, consistency, mechanics, something to do with just holding a combo for longer than the other team, but this is really going to be about the little bits of these maps, like the slight areas that you're going to get caught, potentially.
You can't afford to let up on a map like this. Sometimes where you got to pay attention to every last circle. But it's going to get underway here. We're going to see if Florida can get that breakpoint back, or if Virginia take a little bit of a lead here.
Wow, every player has taken hidden on the hidden pick.
Holy cow. I can't believe it. We did see Ed swap out for 1 tabby at the last moment there. So we are going to see a roster change for Virginia.
I'm not surprised about that, honestly. This is one of the maps that I would have expected 1 tabby to come in for. I actually thought he would have come in earlier for some of these other picks for Virginia, but Ed must certainly be more confident on this pool than previous weeks. 1 tabby's actually going to be missing very early on the triangles, but so does Tony.
XR gonna follow them up, as well as Cappy, and literally everyone except Digital Hypno. and I think Habib is like such a good small mechanics player, like that, like, you know, the usage of the phrase is really meme to hell and back, but like micro movements, you know, and that like kind of precision aim stuff he tends to do very well at because he has such fine cursor control.
Exarch and Cappy both finding breaks for Florida, though, so it is quite literally going to be all on the back of Digital Hypno. All of Virginia holding combo through that, actually, to the pause, or rather the slow section here. So the combo lead is going to go to Virginia regardless of who's got the higher max combo right now. Florida is going to maintain their score lead, but it's not going to last for long if we don't see a big break from Virginia. Yeah, especially hitting all these hard sections.
Habib is doing everything he can to go 1v5 mode here, though. He's got the best accuracy by a couple %, as well as obviously the only FC. And once again, you know, whoa, did he just cheese those sliders? That was hilarious to watch.
That was close. That was really close.
This section gets a little trickier again here, though. Coming into the last quarter of the map, it's going to see Cappy and One Tabby trading breaks. Virginia's still with that combo lead, and there's the break from Habib. That is important.
That's going to be it. That's going to give it massively over to Virginia at the last couple seconds here. Tony is the only one holding combo now. Rectagon does break at the ending, but Tony's massive combo into the end actually kept that down for Virginia. They were just waiting for Digital Hypno to find that break at the ending, and that's all that they needed. Virginia, I think I mentioned it at like the slow section, but they had the combo advantage regardless of whether or not Digital Hypno was still FCing. Every single player on Virginia had a 300 combo at the slow section, which was just slowly clawing that score back the entire time. And all they needed was that one break to just send it flying. It's like pulling a freaking rubber band and then just letting it snap.
Florida is gonna feel that sting.
It's like if you're ever pulling, like if you've ever opened up like a new phone box and you're trying to pull the top off the bottom, it's like ridiculously slow. But once you get, you know, that little like air pocket, it kind of just flies off. That's exactly what that was. I'm telling you that I am gonna be analogy man for the rest of this tournament. And that's gonna be like, that's my bar right there. I'm setting it high.
Oh my god. Comparing something to a phone box. All right, well, I'll have to keep that in mind and see. Florida rolling the number 11, rolling 4. So does that? What does that mean? Is that? I think. Well, roll 11 4 would have been, I think, hidden 1.
Roll 11 1 is Nomad 2.
Roll 11 1 is Nomad 2. The Nomad 1 band, Nomad 3 band, Nomad 5 band.
So
I don't know what they're going with here. I'm not sure if this is like a serious or if he's just kind of trolling.
He's just baiting us into thinking that they're trying something. When in reality, Florida's gonna go for like Atama no Taiso. Which unironically would probably be a decent pick.
Yeah, Atama no Taiso wouldn't be bad. I'm curious to see if we get any DT or if they're kind of just in like a little bit of
a funk here.
I don't know what the word is between these two teams with DT in mind. Like, they're both good at it, so maybe neither of them wants to pick it, you know?
And there's DT3.
Okay, we are going to go into the DT pool. It's going to be Agony and the Ecstasy. That's our highest BPM pick at 260 BPM, and it is, of course, our AR 10.3 as well. So Florida bringing in the AR greater than 10 filter on this pool.
This is also objectively the best DT song in the pool. Sorry.
I like this song a lot. It's really good. But, and this is going to be Boggles coming in because he's become a speed player if he ever wasn't.
That wouldn't surprise me. I think, you know, Digital Hypno, with the way he's been playing in this match, I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed in for this, but Florida does have the lineup of Exarch, Fleslin, and Boggles on a 10.3, which has the potential to knock down every single team in this tournament without much effort. But Digital Hypno, with the way he's been playing, you know, if he stays in, obviously, nobody would ever question it. I mean, he's essentially doing what Cappy did last week for Florida.
Also, you can't underrate like how well Habib played last week too. I mean, he was one of the top 3. I think he and Cappy were number 2 and 3 or something like that, or even 1 and 2 for like their percent max and stuff. Though. Their match costs were really good. So let's see, I don't know what we've got exactly what they're doing right now, but
yeah, DT is interesting for both of these teams. We did mention earlier, I don't know if we like kind of finished our conversation about it, but it's really about whichever team is either, I think, caving first to like the pressure of picking a DT, or whichever team is kind of just like bucking up and realizing like, okay, yeah, we're good at DT. We have the lineup. You know, we've proven it to ourselves over the past couple of matches. We know we can do this. You know, like, let's stop being afraid of this other team that, you know, has a chance of taking something against us.
I don't know if the ref is watching the stream, but they need to have Boggles in like slot 4 here. Thank you. Okay, all good. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was sitting in slot 7.
Just kind of relaxing down there, but Virginia kind of resetting their lineup to their starting one. Same with Florida, actually. We did start off with that early DT pick.
Good.
I think we saw these two lineups at least. I don't think it was for a DT, but we've seen.
So we saw
lineups.
We saw Boggles Habib with Exarch on Night of Nights.
True.
And then Habib, Skill, and Fleslin for Hard Rock 1. This is actually a little different for Florida, but I'm a little surprised to see Skill in. I didn't know that he was a big 10.3 player. I mean, we did think it was going to be Habib Boggles, but...
Yeah, Habib Boggles was definitely not surprising me, but, you know, when you're running with Florida, it is hard to predict their lineup on some of these maps because they're, you know, even though we think they have like these set lineups and these great players for each ones, they always end up surprising us with our lineup somehow. And Skill with that early break is certainly not reinforcing their point of bringing him in. But
oh, and Habib breaking right after as well. That's really bad for Florida.
Virginia is kind of just breezing through this match right now with their impressive performances.
Well, and this was my concern, was picking a map like this into a team where, I mean, you know Tony is going to do something ridiculous on it because this is like his playground. High BPM, 10.3, he's, you know, he's never going to miss. Like, it's just his thing. And then Ed has gotten so much better at DT. Rectigon can apparently just play everything. So this was, again, kind of a coin flip pick that Florida... I don't know if it was the greatest idea, and you see Boggles missing as well. So they are going to be falling pretty far behind as we're coming into the ending here.
BTMC with the only break for Virginia at the ending there. Actually, I don't even know if it was a miss or if it was just a slider break.
I don't know, but this is going to be a 1,000,000-point victory here for Virginia. That did not go as Florida would have liked it. And again, I don't know what they were doing exactly with that particular pick. I do think they maybe should have held on to that idea of it kind of being a stalemate with the DT pool, because that was the risk they ran. Only with the Boar 100 99.5% accuracy FC, I mean, you knew that was coming. There's no way that wasn't going to happen, because that's just what he does on maps like that.
Oh, I don't know. That's the funny thing about Florida in this match. They're not playing bad per se. You know, they're not absolutely dogging these maps out and setting awful scores, but you know, more often than not, Florida's picks have been very, very questionable in my mind for the most part on almost everything, to be perfectly honest. Like even the pick that Florida won earlier definitely was still way closer than I think they wanted it to be. But you know, maybe that's just how Virginia's playing today. I think when Florida started this out on Night of Nights, they were kind of expecting like a wash on that, I feel like, especially with an opening pick and not going for overmod and seeing Virginia take all 3 players with mods and 2 hit-ins on a map like that, and then only winning it by 200,000. You know, I don't know if their mental is just kind of deteriorating because of how many picks they've lost, which I would be surprised about given their lineup, but Florida's, you know, they're not having a good time in terms of just this pool, I feel like.
Yeah, I think, you know, it's a little bit of a combination of factors for this particular matchup where they can't really pick mechanics maps because Virginia is every bit as good at them, if not better, as they've shown so far on mechanics maps. a couple, but Virginia is also showing that they're good on like the reading and gimmicky style maps, winning the low AR hidden, coming close on the low AR big small circle size free mod. You know, you see Labyrinth of Darkness getting banned out, you see Humanly banned out. Like, what do what is the picks that you have left if you're Florida that you feel confident with? And that's not a question they're answering all that well so far. And Virginia is going to say, we'll stay in the DT pool and go up to DT number 2 here. I think this is a really logical pick after you win Agony and Ecstasy by over 1 million points. Yeah, let's just pick another relatively high BPM, relatively consistency stream-based DT map. And wow, that one got readied up quick. Holy cow. What the heck? They're already going.
They're already here.
That was
I didn't even
instant.
get a chance to say anything. I was like, all right, well, they picked. Well, in the night when her sorrow resounds around.
Yeah, this song title takes up almost the entire width of the tourney client. Foreground Eclipse mode.
Stars. This is what a day. Look at this double pick on DT from both teams going out here. I wonder if Virginia might be, it is early in the map, but you do have to question right now. Virginia did dominate that last DT map, but when are we going to hit the point where, especially against Florida, is Virginia going to overstep their bounds a little bit on a map pick? Because it's bound to happen eventually.
And I think the nice thing in that regard right now, though, is that they do have the 4-1 double breakpoint lead, but they do see the 2 early breaks on this pick from Tony and from Ed. Meanwhile, Florida has Boggles and Exarch still FCing. So is it, maybe right now Florida's going to get this breakpoint right back?
Yeah, I think this is what I was kind of worried about. Virginia knows in their head that they have a really good shot at something like these DT maps, but, you are against Florida, and yes, they did do, worse than expected on a DT map, especially on their own pick, but that doesn't mean that you should just jump back in and grab a DT. Like, they do still have a solid DT lineup, and I'm going to be honest, on that last DT pick from Florida, that was not the lineup that I expected from them on that kind of map, so it's completely reasonable that Florida's going to switch it up to one of their more solid DT lineups. Kind of like their fallback, I feel like we're going to try like this new progressive thing. We're going to throw in some new players, give it a shot, but if it doesn't work out, we're going to fall back to like the legacy system of Boggles, Exarch, and Digital Hypno.
Wait, Habib is struggling quite a bit on this, but being carried so far. However, there's still a quarter of the map left, and it's only 136,000 points. If Boggles or Exarch breaks, it might all be for naught here. That score gap is going to come down a little bit here and there.
This is really, I feel like
with a break from Ed.
Oh, before I even said that, I was about to say, I feel like we've seen this before where it's literally just a couple combos on Florida, and then Virginia just overall has the combo advantage, but now with Ed breaking, it's definitely on Florida. If Ed continued holding combo there, I actually do say that Virginia would have won this, but, into the final couple streams here, there's just not nearly enough time, and with Exarch and Boggles both FCing into the finish there, that's a clean one for Florida. So a good performance from them.
Solid accuracy too. Exarch almost 99%, best accuracy in the lobby. So that's what Florida needed, despite the and Habib not even getting above a 300 combo on that one, and they double FC'd to carry him through that, which is really kind of the opposite of what we expect out of Florida. But maybe that's what they needed to try to get their mental back together a little bit, was a victory, a breakpoint on a map that Habib didn't play well on. Like, that probably feels pretty good if you're Florida.
Definitely. But it does go back to their pick, and As much as a morale boost is going to help them right now, what they really need is another pick.
Yep, and I think where do you have here that you can that you like, you know? Atamino Taisu, like you had mentioned before, would be maybe an option.
There's not a lot of solid picks left, I feel like, for both of these teams here. I feel like they're starting to exhaust, like, the Virginia and Florida maps.
You know, I'm curious if we end up seeing Nomad 2 at all here.
Possibly. I think from Florida, that would be likely enough.
But I think, I think you're right in that they're not going to have a super easy time coming up with maps that they feel good about picking at this point with what's left in this pool. Things are going to get very tricky. And you know, this is the 7th pick, so, you know, you've got 10 maps gone when you count the bans so far, and that, on paper, leaves a lot of maps up, but a little less so if you're not super comfortable with everything in the pool.
Thank you for silencing Jonah saying I'm a Virginia fan.
And they're going to go Nomad 6. Well, this is throwing caution to the wind right there. Wake up while sleeping is
after you lost the AR8 hidden?
I mean, this is a completely different map than Hidden 3, I think. That's
true.
This is... I mean, it's like slider aim control, figure control stuff. It's just weird.
This is... I don't entirely know how to feel about Florida picking Nomad 6 with... I mean, I feel like I'm always going to go back to the fact that, you know, Virginia has Tony. This is a map, like, for him.
Unless he just doesn't play it, because he's not in the lobby right now.
I feel like there's a chance he won't, because this is also, like, a one-tabby map, and on something like Sliders, I think, you know, one-tabby didn't have an amazing time on some of the other, you know, control maps here, but Sliders... You know, if anything, he's gotta do well on that. BTMC, kind of a no-brainer for Virginia on a map like this.
This is, you know, we've got the Florida lineup there, I think, with Habib, Fleslin, and Cappy. Got the Virginia with Ed, One Tabby, and Rectigon, and I have literally no idea at all what to expect out of this one. None.
Cappy carry?
Cappy carry. Let's go. Cappy FC live on stream right now.
I think that's it. We're gonna love to see it. We're gonna love to see it.
Honestly, that'd be pretty sick.
I'd love to see an FC on this map. That would make my night. What the map pool is, please.
Oh, somebody already gave him the command. You cannot call an alien. I thought I fixed that.
Did you not? Well,
I
you know
fixed it once. I don't know. You can do exclamation mark map pool. It works.
Yeah. One of them works. One of them will work. Exclamation map pool does not work.
It does. I think you just did it too soon after the previous command.
Maybe.
I mean, this map pool's on the spreadsheet. I don't know. I thought I fixed that command, but maybe it's still broken.
Well, there's the spreadsheet for
It's fine. It's on the spreadsheet. Yeah, the pool's on the spreadsheet. There's just also like a map pooling sheet. Anyway, into the map here. No breaks as of yet. Yo, Habib back though?
Shout out to my tournament client that is only showing me Virginia, by the way.
This is like
a Wowie map.
You know, that's like the meme, isn't it? Everything with sliders is a Wowie map by default.
I mean, I don't know.
Great from One Tabby. I was gonna say it's like if Neil Perry and Rego had like a cursed child.
It's if Neil Perry and Rego had a cursed child and that was Akali. Like, I feel like
this is as hinted as an Akali grave map.
It's like a Castu 2 budget Akali map. Like you went to the dollar store and found this in the corner. Honestly.
How much for this one? Oh, that one? Yeah, you can have it. We don't want it around here anymore. We can't give that thing away, man. Just take it home with you.
It just won't leave.
Yo, Fleslin 92 Aka, by the way. But Florida is still in the lead despite that because of the breaks from One Tabby.
Nothing reminds me more of Fleslin right now than last year on Dancing Dolls Hard Rock in my match with Bobby's Lick playing on the top, and at the first pause, both of you going, Bobby's Lick with a C rank 14 seconds in.
There's a slider break from Rectagon as well. Alright, maybe this was a good pick for Florida, I guess.
It looks like it was a great combos from all of them, and you know, Digital Hypno on a map like this, I mean, what did you expect? The dude has double S Tiger Blood. Like, this is it for him. Cappy with an insane accuracy.
Yeah,
as
actually,
well.
Cappy is really popping off with that ack. Highest by 1% flat, pretty much.
DTMC still holding, though, actually, for Virginia. So great from him.
But you said his name, man. You said his name. Why did you say his name?
I don't know, because I can. Goodbye, right. Virginia. I am sorry. I'll miss you. Come back next time.
Well, Florida's going to have an FC from Cappy, a near FC from Digital Hypno. Neither of them, I think, getting over 900k anyway. I'm just kidding. Cappy got over 900k at the very end.
Cappy is crazy.
That's actually,
we said it before.
on Score V2 in a tournament, that is a ludicrous score from Cappy. I'm just saying. That is a nuts play.
Insane.
97.8 AC FC in the match. Yeah, that's really, really good.
I do not want to discount BTMC, though. That was a great combo from him. Absolutely clawing Virginia through the most of that map there.
Yeah, so, his teammates were struggling, and he did what he could. Best score on the team by, what, 150,000 points, but just not enough, unfortunately.
Well done to him, but, you know, you can't get them all, and when Florida has a performance like that and Cappy goes through and sets the score of the tournament, like you know, you can't do much about it. All you can really do is just take it and go for the next pick.
And Virginia is still advantaged here. They do still have that break point from earlier. Florida's gotten one of them back, but they still need another. So Virginia does still have a little bit of advantage. Google Docs wants me to publish my spreadsheet to make it available for a large audience.
Oh.
But I don't know why, because it's already available for a large audience.
Well, maybe a larger audience wants it. DT1 from Virginia, they're really sticking with DT.
It's actually 3 straight DTs, right? They've got DT3 from Florida, DT2 from Virginia, and now DT1 from Virginia as well. Totally
forgot you could double pick as a disclaimer.
Well, yeah, I never put in a rule disallowing that. I don't think there's any point.
And you know, United States Cup, I mean, there's an argument for it in like lower range tournaments, I guess, but when you get to the skill level of all of these players, it's not going to make a difference if you can double pick or not.
I don't think so. Excuse me.
Because you're going to win your next pick regardless most of the time. But Florida has made a very, very decent comeback, down 4-1 now, almost tied.
And this is, you know, not the most difficult DT pick. It's AR under 10. You know, it's normal size circles. It's only, what, 233 BPM. It's not anything super over the top. Looks like we're gonna see the Habib Boggles Exarch show here again. What am I getting pinged about? Okay, I think, hang on. So it sounds like the ref's internet went out. I can change the map, but I have to like join the lobby and stuff. Hang on just a second here. Sorry for typing on stream. I was not planning on typing anything today, so I wasn't worried about it, but we'll get this fixed up real quick here.
All right. We'll mute the stream audio so you get the keyboard ASMR from T1G. I hope you all enjoy with my soft-spoken commentary in the background.
All right, sorry, I'll put on push to talk now that I guess I have to concern about such things.
Unfortunately, my mic doesn't pick up my keyboard, but unfortunately, I'm also playing, so I cannot ref.
Wait, what? What happened? Where's the map?
The
Did this
map?
get updated?
It loaded for me?
This got updated.
Oh?
Hey, alright, hang on. I apologize. I have to do like 3 things now real quick.
Oh, it is pending. Okay.
So like...
So the
Alright,
map
I gotta
was not
re-download the map
verified.
real quick before I start it. Give me just a second here. I apologize for technical difficulties.
We don't apologize. We're just saying that to keep you all happy. Enjoy the technical difficulty screen made by yours truly. We'll be right back. Insane when a graveyarded map is now pending.
When was this even last updated before then?
Discussion, timeline, history.
10 hours ago.
10 hours ago.
I meant
All right.
before 10 hours ago. I know it got updated 10 hours ago. I mean before then. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well, all good there, I guess. I'm gonna re-download that one.
Okay, we are fixed.
That's me when Searle is in the pool. Okay, well, we're gonna get the map to load back up here. We're gonna get the match started.
Okay, we're back in.
Kind of
Good
at the
to,
same time.
yeah, I think the ref made it back in as well, so we should be good to go.
Lovely.
Because they'll actually know what the score is and stuff too. I not the score, like I don't know, like I don't remember the bans offhand. I remember like 3 of them, but not all 4. So
Got it.
yeah, ref is back, so we are good to go now.
Last update.
It was updated in May, and then they randomly decided to friggin' revive it today.
Imagine graveyard. Oh shoot! Someone put it in a map pool. Let me push this for ranked today. Well, looks like we're playing DT1, but new and improved DT1.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that not much is different about it. I have no idea.
For the players' sake, I guess, as well.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it looks like those fancy doubles are still here, so you know what? That's all that matters, as long as those breaking doubles. Accuracy lead on BTMC just drops his double S there, but he had insane accuracy at the beginning here. Tony, you know, double finger control, DT, this is basically what he does. BTMC putting up a great performance as well.
That being said, Florida hack.
Yeah, Florida.
Why not Florida hack for a second? Because they're kind of like doing quite
Gaming?
well.
They're doing the thing.
Oh well, Boggles just kind of ripped his accuracy, but Habib and XR still
higher
doing well.
than, yeah, still higher than most of Virginia. Oh, now it's not. But still, Exarch with whatever the heck he's doing right now.
Okay, so apparently the offset of this was changed, and there's like a new combo changed on one of the diffs, and that's it. So it's pretty much the same as before. Boggles, what happened to your accuracy? What happened to your combo? He just kind of handed the map to Virginia?
Yeah, just a little bit, but you know what? It is going to come down to a break. We are halfway through the map, and that's a big break spot right here coming up with this next double section here. And, you know, even if the map is fundamentally the same, the nerves still kind of take effect, even if you're not one to potentially get nervous. Exarch's accuracy, though, I cannot get over this. What is that? 99.78.
The world if XR speed?
I absolutely do not understand this accuracy. Finally jumped 100, and there goes Boggles, unfortunately. That's going to give it to Virginia.
All the accuracy in the world from XR and Habib aren't going to matter if they get 3 FC'd against. And, well, there's the break from Ed, so that is not going to happen anymore. This,
ooh, but there goes Digital Hippo.
This could have gotten interesting. It won't get interesting. It could have. There's a chance.
It was close right there. Ooh, but there goes Tony. Wait a second. It's back to interesting.
It's 200k, and there's not much time left.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the time. I was going to say Rectagon's AC is way lower than Exarch's, by the way, 99.5. Hello?
If Habib hadn't broken, that would have 100% been comebackable, actually, because he would have had 100k and then some more than he did, and they would have won. But the one miss from Digital Hypno, just enough for Virginia to hang on to the lead.
I'm so sorry. Congratulations, Virginia. You did a great job on that. But Exarch would have wiped you all.
I'm really happy for you, Virginia. I'm going to let you finish. But Exarch had the best DT1 of all time.
That was insane. All right.
And that's match point now for Virginia.
Oh, that is not a position that Florida wanted to put themselves in right there. And, you know, Exarch speed is unfortunately not enough to beat Virginia consistency, I guess. But it is Florida's pick, so they do have a chance at making a decent comeback here. They need to win their map, though. If they don't win their pick, obviously this is over, but still, this is going to be interesting. And it looks like Nomad 2, as I think you mentioned earlier, one of their safe picks.
It was going to happen eventually. That being said, I think Nomad 2 is something that Virginia is really good at because they have, you know, Rectagon and Ed. Yeah, Florida has Cappy and Exarch and Habib, but, like, this is kind of a toss-up pick again.
I do feel like this is like a Cappy map, though.
Everything is a Cappy map. It's Cappy's world.
Everything. I don't know what's happening anymore, though. I think people are kind of resounding what I said earlier, though, where I think Florida has just mispicked a lot this match.
I think the Hard Rock 1 pick was really bad. That's like the one real mispick that I would attribute to them is the Hard Rock 1 pick. DT3, I think they just underperformed and maybe didn't have the right roster, but like Hard Rock 1 was actually inting by picking that. Other than that, I think they've done all right.
I think the problem with Virginia is that so much of their team is new this year to the tournament, and there's all these like preconceptions about, you know, these players are good at this, and, you know, some of them don't play tournaments, and some of them are new tournament players that have just showed up, and there's so much unknown variable with Virginia that you can't effectively pick against them unless you really do your research. And I don't know if Florida was willing to put in that much time through a match like this, given their previous performance, and I'm assuming they thought that this match would go their way for the most part. But I'm not one to speak for their mindset. But Cappy does come in for Florida.
I think what you do against this Virginia team is you just throw everything into gimmick maps, but you have to be really good at the gimmick maps to be able to do that. And the question here, you know, for Florida was that the case? And I don't know that it was. But we're going back to some mechanics with a Nomad 2 pick, and we'll see how it goes
Cappy
to them.
with the first break.
That's the tactical int from Cappy, Exarch, and Tony. The tactical early breaks.
Twice. Exarch with the double fake, actually.
So you've got Ed and Rectagon. Well, there goes Ed, there goes Habib. There goes Rectagon. Holy cow. Okay, this is actually a Clan Fiesta.
Right, nobody can play Nomad 2.
Nobody can play this Nomad 2, apparently. Cappy is actually gaming.
Yeah, this is... You know, I feel like what we exactly said, Cappy's world. This is a very hard Nomad 2, though. This is definitely a very unconventional Nomad 2 compared to the past couple rounds of this tournament. Everything has been very straightforward compared to this.
This is not Racist Copy. This is not Chaos Wizards. This is a completely different Nomad 2. And like you can see, like this aim and awkward rhythm stuff, that is not standard Nomad 2 fare.
Not at all. This is not Massachusetts triple double S. At all. Sorry, everyone.
And there's the break from Exarch, and Habib had broken just before. That's going to give a lot of room here for Virginia. They've got quite a bit of combo on all three players.
It's literally on Cappy right now. Virginia has a massive combo, but Cappy's not going to be able to do enough.
Cappy can't solo carry this anymore. Virginia's going to have to find some breaks, or they're going to take this one back here in just a second. They've got a massive combo lead. And Habib breaking on the slow part is just insult to injury. That's like salt. And then there goes Cappy's FC. This is actually over.
It's actually over.
Like, Virginia just won the match. Congratulations on seeing your first winners finalist here. That just ended it all.
Everyone on Virginia literally needs to break right now. It's already too late. If they didn't break right when I just said that, it was too late.
Yep. This is
And there goes like
Habib and
almost
X-Arc again.
everyone.
Yep. Okay. Well, you know, this is the risk of picking a kind of mechanics map, kind of weird map against a team like Virginia because they're just combo gaming it. And actually their accuracy is pretty solid as well.
I feel like at this point, this is the risk of picking anything against Virginia.
Yeah, I think it's always rough. You have to be able to be on your absolute best performance on nearly every pick against a team that's doing this good a job on everything in the pool. And Florida just wasn't quite there today.
Well, unfortunately, into the last couple single taps, there's nothing you can do against Tony and Rectagon, 1,000 combo each. Cappy, with a great performance at the beginning of the map, was not able to do it for Florida against all of Virginia.
That is, that's just a really good performance from in. You have to give them absolutely all of the credit in this match because that is, you know, it was a performance that Florida just couldn't handle.
You know, Virginia is one of those teams that is like, I actually don't know what to kind of chalk them up to because they're something that like, it's kind of funny. Virginia as a team is almost like Tony as a player. Like, there is so much uniqueness and like nobody else can do what he does. And I feel like Virginia takes the same, I don't want to say like mindset, or like they kind of give off that vibe where it's like, okay, this is a really unique team. There's something special here. Like, the players work well together. It doesn't look like there's a lineup for every map. And I even said it at the beginning of the match before we even started anything. Virginia is one of those teams that you do not look at their team and say like, all right, there's 3 for no mod, there's 3 for hidden, 3 for hard rock, and 3 for free mod and DT and everything. It's not one of those teams, but